It's the first of the month. Margaret, a 72-year-old widow in Ohio, walks slowly to her mailbox like she does every morning. She's expecting her Social Security check to hit her bank account today. It's the money she uses to pay her rent, her electric bill, and her heart medication. But when she logs into her bank account that afternoon, something is wrong. Her deposit isn't $1,180 like it's supposed to be. It's $990. Half of her check is gone. Her hands start shaking. She calls the bank, thinking it's a mistake. The bank tells her, "Ma'am, the deposit came from Social Security. That's the full amount they sent." Margaret sits down at her kitchen table and cries. She doesn't understand. She did nothing wrong. She never missed a payment. She never broke a rule. So why is the government taking half of her money? And then she remembers a letter, a plain white envelope she received a few weeks ago. She thought it looked like junk mail. She set it aside. She never opened it. That single unopened letter just cost her half of her retirement income. If you're watching this right now, I need you to stop what you're doing and listen carefully. Because what happened to Margaret is happening to thousands of seniors across America this year. And it could happen to you next month if you don't know about this rule. I am Artur, a Senior Policy Analyst with the Senior Pension Benefits Hub. For years, I've helped retirees just like you understand the complicated rules buried inside Social Security policy. And today, I'm going to walk you through one specific rule, the 60-day rule, that the Social Security Administration is quietly using to take half of seniors' monthly benefits. I'm going to explain exactly what the rule says in plain English. I'm going to show you the 3 exact steps you need to take to protect yourself. And I need you to stay with me until the very end, because there's one hidden mistake almost every senior makes when they get this letter, and that mistake can permanently cost you your appeal rights forever. So please, pour yourself a cup of coffee, sit down, and let me walk you through this. Let me tell you about Robert. Robert is 67 years old. He's a retired electrician from Pennsylvania. He worked hard his whole life, paid into Social Security for over 45 years, and finally started collecting his retirement benefit 3 years ago. Robert is a good man. He pays his bills on time. He follows the rules. Last March, Robert took a part-time job at a hardware store, just to keep busy and earn a little extra spending money. He told himself he'd report the income at tax time. He didn't realize Social Security needed to know right away. A few months later, Robert got a letter from the Social Security Administration. The letter said he had been overpaid by $4,200 because of his part-time earnings. The letter was confusing. It used legal language. It mentioned 30 days in one place and 60 days in another. Robert glanced at it, got worried, and decided he would deal with it later. He figured he had time. 31 days later, his Social Security check arrived, cut in half. Robert lost $990 that month, then another $990 the next month, and the next. He called Social Security in a panic, but by then, the automatic withholding had already started, and worse, when he finally tried to file an appeal on day 62, he was told he had missed his window and would need to prove good cause for being late. Robert made one small mistake. He waited. And that mistake is now costing him almost $12,000 a year. I'm telling you Robert's story because I don't want this to happen to you. So let me explain exactly what this rule is and how it actually works. Here's what's really going on. When the Social Security Administration believes they paid you more money than they should have, even if it was their own computer error, they send you what's called an overpayment notice. This is a formal letter telling you that you owe the government money. Now here's where most seniors get confused. There are actually 2 different deadlines in that letter, and they are not the same thing. The first deadline is 30 days. According to the official Social Security website, the agency will wait at least 30 days after sending the overpayment notice before they start taking money out of your check. If you file a waiver or an appeal within those first 30 days, they cannot touch your benefits until they make a decision on your request. That's the law. It's written right there on ssa.gov. The second deadline is 60 days. That's how long you have to file a formal appeal called a request for reconsideration. Social Security also adds 5 extra days because they assume the mail takes that long to reach you. So technically, You have 65 days from the date printed on the letter. But here's the trap. If you wait past day 30 to respond, even if you're still within your 60-day appeal window, Social Security will automatically start withholding 50% of your monthly benefit, half of your check, every single month, until the entire debt is paid back. And for the average retiree receiving about $1,180 a month, that means losing nearly $990 every single month. For some people, that goes on for years. Now I want you to understand something important. This 50% rule is new. For years, the withholding rate was only 10%. Then in March of 2025, the Social Security Administration announced they would take 100%, the entire check, to recover overpayments faster. After massive public outcry, including pressure from AARP, the agency revised the rule again on April 25, 2025, settling on the current 50% default rate. That rate is still in effect today, and most seniors have absolutely no idea. One more thing you need to know. If you receive supplemental security income, also known as SSI, the rules are slightly different. For SSI recipients, the default withholding rate stays at just 10%. But for everyone else, retirement, survivor, and disability benefits, it's 50%. Now let's talk about how to protect yourself. I'm going to give you 3 exact actions you can take starting today. Write these down if you need to. Step 1. Open every single letter from the Social Security Administration the day you receive it. I know it sounds simple, but this is the #1 mistake seniors make. Overpayment notices look like ordinary government mail. They're easy to set aside, easy to mistake for junk, and easy to forget. Don't do that. The moment you see an envelope with Social Security Administration in the corner, open it immediately. Look at the date on the letter, not the date you received it. That date starts your clock ticking. Step 2. If you receive an overpayment notice, file within 30 days, not 60. Yes, you technically have 60 days to appeal, but if you wait past day 30, they will start cutting your check in half. So act inside that first 30-day window. You have 3 official forms you can use, and each one does something different. The first is Form SSA 561U2, the request for reconsideration. You use this when you believe the overpayment is wrong, or you don't owe what they say you owe. The second is Form SSA 632BK, the request for waiver of overpayment recovery. This is the most powerful form. If the overpayment was not your fault, and paying it back would cause you financial hardship, you can ask Social Security to forgive the debt completely. No repayment at all. And here's something most people don't know. This form has no 60-day deadline. You can file it at any time. The third is Form SSA 634, the request for change in overpayment recovery rate. If you can't afford to lose 50% of your check, this form lets you negotiate a lower withholding rate based on your actual monthly expenses. Social Security will rarely tell you about this option, but it's your legal right. All 3 forms are free. You can download them directly from ssa.gov, or you can request them by calling 1-800-772-1213. Step 3. Verify everything in writing and keep copies. When you file your appeal or your waiver, do not just call, send it in writing. Use certified mail with a return receipt so you have proof of the date you filed. Keep a folder at home with every letter, every form, every receipt. If Social Security ever claims you missed a deadline, that paperwork is what protects you. And one more piece of advice. Check your bank account every single month on payment day. If your deposit is even $1 less than expected, call Social Security immediately. The faster you act, the more you can protect. Now, before I let you go, I promised I'd share the hidden mistake that almost every senior makes. Here it is. Most seniors, when they finally realize there's a problem, try to fix it by calling Social Security and pleading their case over the phone. They think a phone call is enough. It is not. A phone call does not legally stop the clock. It does not preserve your appeal rights. It does not pause the withholding. The only thing that legally protects you is filing the correct form in writing within the deadline. A friendly phone call to a representative does not count as an appeal. I cannot tell you how many seniors have lost thousands of dollars because they thought a phone call would fix everything. If you ever receive an overpayment notice, remember this: paper trail, paper trail, paper trail. And there's something else you need to understand. If you ignore this notice completely and you eventually stop receiving Social Security benefits, the law allows the government to collect the debt in other ways. They can take your federal tax refund. They can garnish your wages if you still work. They can even pursue your spouse or dependents after you pass away, reducing their survivor benefits to cover what you owed. And unlike most debts, there is no statute of limitations on Social Security overpayment collection. They can pursue it forever. This is why acting fast matters so much. Friend, I want you to hear me clearly. The Social Security Administration is not going to call you and warn you about this. They're not going to send a friendly reminder. The only notice you get is that one plain envelope in the mail. And if you miss it, or ignore it, or set it aside thinking you'll deal with it later, half of your retirement income could disappear next month. Please don't rely on YouTube notifications to keep you informed. YouTube algorithms change, videos get buried, notifications fail. If you found this video helpful, I'm asking you to do 3 things right now. First, share this video with one other senior you care about, a spouse, a sibling, a neighbor, a friend from church. One conversation could save them thousands of dollars. Second, subscribe to the Senior Pension Benefits Hub and turn on the bell notification so you never miss the next critical update we release. We cover new rules like this every single week, rules that the government will not personally tell you about. Third, and this is the most important one, write down these 3 forms somewhere safe in your home: SSA 561U2, SSA 632BK, and SSA 634. If you ever receive a letter from Social Security, those 3 forms are your legal shield. You worked your entire life for this benefit. You earned every single dollar of it. Don't let one unopened envelope, one missed deadline, or one phone call mistake take it away from you. I'm Artur with the Senior Pension Benefits Hub. Stay alert, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourself and take care of each other.